Quick and easy stir and mix fruit cakes made with instant mincemeat. Enjoy these moist little cakes with or without alcohol this Christmas. Just a few more days to go for Christmas, and today I'm here with a simple fruit cake. Traditionally, the fruits used in a fruit cake are soaked in alcohol months ahead. Molasses or even caramel syrup is used to give the cake a nice dark color and a rich flavor. But since everyone must bake and have fruit cake for Christmas, I'm going to be keeping this really simple. We are going to be baking these cakes with some quick mincemeat, something you could make just 10 hours ahead of baking your cakes. You can find the recipe for quick mincemeat here. So let us make these fruit cakes now. You could make a small batch of these fruit cakes. Let them sit for a few hours, taste them, and then alter the amount of spices and fruit and nuts to your preference and bake some more. So here are the ingredients we'll need to bake these fruit cakes. You can find the ingredient list in the description below the video. I've also given the different pan sizes and the approximate baking time. We are going to be baking these cakes in this muffin tray here, but my favorite is the mini bun pan. I have sprayed this with some baking spray and the oven is preheated to 180 degrees centigrade. We have some all-purpose flour here. We have some spices, cinnamon and ground cloves. There's some baking powder, a pinch of salt. There's some powdered sugar, there's some egg mixed with some vanilla, and there's some melted butter, and there is some quick mincemeat made with homemade candied orange peel, and we have some cashew nuts here which have been toasted and chopped. There's some milk, and I'm going to be using the zest of one orange. I've taken out a tiny bit of flour from here to toss on the fruit and the nuts. This will prevent them from sinking to the bottom of the cake. And the rest of the flour has been sifted together with sugar, spices, salt and baking powder. So we'll take the egg and the vanilla in this bowl here. We'll grate the zest of one orange into this. Do not skip this. Then we'll whisk in the melted butter and the milk. Now we'll stir in this dry ingredients using a spatula. Be gentle when you mix the batter, and then we'll stir in this mincemeat. Fold it in gently. The batter will be quite thick and it's going to be looking like a lot of fruit and nuts held together with some batter. Anything less than this and it will not be much of a fruit cake. And we'll fill the batter into this muffin tray. I'll fill these about 2/3 full. And we'll bake these at 180 degrees centigrade for about 12 to 14 minutes, or till a toothpick inserted in the center of the cakes comes out clean. You can use the remaining batter to fill in another muffin tray and keep it in the fridge until baking time. You may need to increase the baking time by a minute or two for the cakes which are in the refrigerator. And so while the cakes are baking, you can make the simple syrup. This is just some sugar and some water heated together. This syrup is not supposed to be very thick, and you can alter the quantity of sugar to your taste. I've reduced the sugar in the batter because I want to brush the cakes with some simple syrup when they come out of the oven. If you would be using rum to brush the cakes, then you could increase the quantity of sugar in the batter slightly. We'll now remove the cakes from the oven. We'll let the cakes cool in the tin for about 2 to 3 minutes and then invert them onto this rack here. I've placed a tray underneath the rack. We'll poke some holes in the cakes. It is important to brush these cakes with the syrup when the cakes are still warm. They will absorb the syrup better and they will remain moist. And it is much easier to moisten little cakes as compared to the larger ones. Please do remember, if you're going to be using rum or something to brush the cakes, you'll need to increase the quantity of sugar in the batter. Then we'll wrap these cakes individually in cling film to keep them moist. Smaller cakes tend to dry out faster. And we'll store them this way. The spices will be a little more assertive a few hours after baking them, so please do let them sit for a few hours before you taste and then decide if you want to increase the spices. Serve these cakes at room temperature. Store them wrapped in cling film in an airtight box. They should stay good for about 2 to 3 days. I hope you'll try these very easy fruit cakes. Please do leave your comment for me. Wish you a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year. I'll be back with some more recipes and tips. Please subscribe. Please stay tuned.